Alright, it's Divisional weekend, let's do this. First up is Baltimore at Denver. Sure, it was great that Ray Lewis won his last home game, but I think it's going to be the last game he ever won, period. The Broncos destroyed the Ravens on their home turf, and now they gotta go play in the high elevation of Denver against Peyton freaking Manning. I think the Broncos will win this one with ease and go on to host the AFC Championship game.
Alright, we got the Baltimore Ravens traveling to the Denver Broncos. This game, it seems kind of one-sided towards the Broncos side because Peyton Manning coming back and being amazing, almost godlike. But then you got the Ravens story about Ray Lewis leaving and everybody playing for him, and then him dancing at the beginning of the game and then the last play of the game, which I thought was kind of unneeded, but then again, it is Ray Lewis. So I'm not going to take the Denver Broncos. I'm going to take the Baltimore Ravens this week. Not an upset because we don't do upsets this week, but still the Ravens over the Broncos, and I think that's going to upset some people.
In a rematch from Week 1, the Packers will play the 49ers on Saturday night. The first time these two played, the game was in Green Bay, Alex Smith was QB, and the 49ers won. This time around, we've got the game in San Francisco with Kaepernick behind center. I say the 49ers take this one in a close match. Sure, the Packers demolished the Vikings last week, but that's just it. It was the Vikings, with Webb at quarterback. I mean, of course they were going to manhandle them. This is a 49ers team with a damn good quarterback and a solid defense that should be able to get to Rodgers.
The dominant Packers traveling to the San Francisco 49ers. Colin Kaepernick is in for it this week because even though they're playing in Candlestick Park, it's going to be a tough game against the Packers defense. They held Adrian Peterson under 100 yards after letting him rush for just a little over 200 or just under 200. I think it was 199. But then again, like Tenza said last week, maybe they gave him the game and just made it a gimme so that way they could face him again next week and they knew they could handle him. I think this game's going to be close, and I think it's going to be decided on a field goal, but then again, both of these kickers aren't that good. But I'm going to take the San Francisco 49ers over the Packers because I do think the Packers are due for an upset.
Matt Ryan looks to get his first playoff win when the Seahawks fly down to Atlanta. The Seahawks have definitely been the surprise team this year with how far they've gotten with their rookie QB. However, they were 3-5 on the road during the regular season. The Falcons went 7-1 at home. I think Matt Ryan finally steps up and wins his first playoff game this weekend. Yes, the Seahawks have the superior defense and the offense is pretty much on par with the Falcons, but I don't think Russell Wilson will be able to extend plays like he did last week. Ryan will throw for a few touchdowns, destroy the hopes of Seahawks fans everywhere, and get the Falcons to host the NFC Championship game.
This game is looking more and more, I don't know, man versus man, I guess. Definitely, it's going to be the brawn of the game that wins it. Seattle traveling to Atlanta. You all know I'm going to take my Atlanta Falcons, so we'll just give that up. But I do think Richard Sherman and his teammate over there, Browner, I think they need to be knocked down a level because they are just out of control, especially Sherman running his mouth every single week, almost every week in the NFL, and him with Tom Brady. I think Julio Jones and Roddy White can shut his mouth for him, and if they don't, you can definitely see swings and or punches on the field when something comes down to maybe a replay official having to look and see if a ball's caught or not, or if there's an interception. There's definitely going to be punches thrown because I know Roddy doesn't take that kind of shit, but I'm going to go with the Falcons on this one.
People are expecting a blowout for this game. I'm not. The Texans return to New England in the final game of Divisional weekend. 5 weeks ago, the Patriots humiliated Houston on Monday Night Football with a final score of 42-14. Because of that, everyone expects the same and is already looking forward to a Manning vs. Brady AFC Championship game. Do people forget, though, that a few years ago, when the Jets were actually capable of making the playoffs, they beat New England in the Divisional round after losing horrendously to them weeks prior? I think the Texans pulled off this weekend and beat the Patriots. I'm probably alone in this, but I couldn't care less. After reading the articles that Boston newspapers have been writing saying how the Texans are the worst 11-1 team ever and they are being considered as being a bye week, I hope the Texans show up and shut them up.
Houston Texans traveling to the New England Patriots. I'm taking the Patriots in Foxborough. The Houston Texans look dominant over the Bengals, but then again, it is the Bengals. And the Tom Brady is not going to be stopped. I mean, that game, they put a whooping on him before, and they're going to put a whooping on him again. Alright, hold up. You guys, yes, you guys, sitting there, watching this video right now, I got an important message for you. You guys are the best. I'm serious. You guys are like the best fans in the world. No lie. I got this guy named Joe. I will put his username as I'm talking right here. He sent us money that he won using our picks. I mean, if you guys want to do that, go ahead and send in the money. You know, we got kids and we got tons of kids and we have like tons of... Nah, I'm just kidding. We're in college and whatever. But this guy, I'm telling you, he is... we're extremely grateful for this. He ended up sending about $100 in a pool that he won, and he literally mailed us. He said, I want you guys to have this because I used your picks, and that was that. And we were like, you can't say no to that, but then again, you kind of feel bad, and I can't believe he mailed it all the way from California. So, Joe, thank you, and you fans, keep it up, because you guys... You're why we do this. We don't just sit here and like to listen to ourselves talk, even though I'm like rambling for over a minute now. We like to hear everybody's feedback. We like to see comments. We like to do this kind of stuff. So thanks again. If you guys want to send us fan mail, yeah. Nah, not really. Fan mail is kind of weird, especially for Pix videos. But anyway, peace out.
Let us know in the comments below. Every week we will give a shout out to those who prove us wrong.
You can only prove us wrong in one game, so choose wisely.
Subscribe for weekly NFL picks. Thanks again for watching.